It's Sports Frenzy! Sports Frenzy!
What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? We are back once again, coming to you live from our secret locations, or not so secret locations. It is Season 6, Episode 24.
It is!
And welcome back to another fine evening of programming put on to you by me and Rose. What's up, Brother Rose? What's going on tonight?
Not much. I'm excited for some sports frenzy because it is the return of Major League Baseball. And I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. Isn't it a little cold outside for baseball? This is spring training. They're down in Florida where it's a nice crisp 60 and 70 degree temperatures down there in Florida.
Right? Your diehards would be out watching some baseball right now. They don't care what the weather is.
They're the people in October that are all bundled up in their winter jackets and hats, and they're like, yeah, I'm freezing, yeah.
Yeah, baseball's got some diehard fans too. So yeah, I've seen some people at games that are all bundled up. In fact, one of the last games that Roger Schoonover went to I think he went to the Adrian game. It was Adrian College baseball game, and it was rainy and very cold that night. So you got your diehards, so. But yeah, they're still in Florida. These are still spring games. They're still figuring out lineups, team players, things like that. But hey, looking forward to some baseball, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Hopefully the Tigers have a better season this year.
Man, I don't know. Early predictions are they're looking really good, but they've also been getting some early injuries going on. I just read right before we went live that one of their guys just left with an ankle injury or something. So I don't know. It's early in the game yet. Like I said, they don't even have rosters set. So some of the guys that are playing right now down in Florida may end up even, playing for the Mud Hens or, something like that even too. It's close. It's almost back. As of spring almost being here. And I suppose we might as well remind you, as long as we're talking spring right now, to I've been hearing this a lot. I was like, oh crap, I didn't realize that was coming up so quickly. Don't forget to set your clocks ahead this weekend, folks.
Yes.
It is that time already. So
Spring forward, remember.
that's right. That means, let's see, what does that mean for us?
An hour of sleep.
Yes, we lose an hour of sleep. It'll be darker in the morning again, but it'll stay lighter and longer at night. So
So technically, right now it is 10 o'clock at night for Tim and I.
which, yeah. So I hate it. My body has a terrible time getting used to it. Oh well. What are we gonna do about it? Absolutely nothing. We're a sports show.
Exactly. It's out of our hands.
That's right.
Excuse me.
You're excused. So we hope you guys are enjoying the new format, and we're finally, keeping our fingers crossed, have been successfully producing for you now 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row strong with no technical difficulties.
You knock on wood right now. You knock on wood. Thank you.
I got some wood here in the studio, so.
Thank you. It's just when you say that, that's when we start having technical difficulties.
No, we're not that jinxed. All right, so we got, yes, once again, not a whole, well, we didn't have any, well, we could probably talk to you about that after we get our picks done, but has any of the high school games been set up yet, or was there nothing out there at this point right now?
Putting me on the spot again, Tim. You love doing that to me.
Actually, there's been some games going on throughout the week, too, so I did post on Frenzy a couple of times, some games this week, but we don't have any on our sheets this week, because by the time we have to get the sheets ready and the time it takes us to get the sheets done, they hadn't posted anything yet, so we'll see if Rose has anything for us.
Yep, there is. Tomorrow night. So I apologize if these aren't on the sheets, but like I said, by the time I got them created and sent out, these were not up yet. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. At Madison. It'll be Madison versus Sand Creek. Away will be also at 7 p.m. will be Lenawee Christian. And it will be at Ann Arbor Central Academy. Mind you, I'm sorry, this is all the boys. I'm going to go through the list. Wish all this would have been up here sooner so I could have given you guys these games. Still looking.
Well, we'll have a little fun with it tonight. Maybe we'll throw a couple of bonus games at you at the end of the show here, towards the end of the show, maybe for just some fun. Only 2 so far, huh?
Yeah. Onstead at Onstead. It'll be Onstead versus Adrian at 6
Oh my
p.m.
goodness. Really?
Yep.
Adrian made the playoffs? Or they?
I don't think this is playoffs because, well, Adrian's a B now, aren't they?
Gee, I've lost track. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. So.
Somebody from can tell us what you are, will you?
But yeah, it'll be at Onstead. It'll be Onstead versus Adrian at Onstead at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Predictions, everybody, are that Onstead's going all the way this year, especially with their senior dude from Michigan there. So we'll keep an eye on this. Maybe we'll throw a couple bonus games at you towards the end there. Just have a little fun with it. Rose and I have some fun with stuff like that sometimes. So we'll start working on some picks here, and then we'll talk more about the games towards when we get ready to wrap things up, I guess. All right, let's start off with a little, what has become tradition now for the last few weeks, months maybe, NLL lacrosse. The trains are rolling on the NLL lacrosse train. I think last week I think college lacrosse is starting here, or has started, or something maybe, Rose. We might have to look into that. Either that or maybe it was a highlight game. I was channel surfing and I saw a college lacrosse game going on. I don't know. What I didn't check to see is if it was a live game or if it was a rebroadcast of a game. So anyway, college lacrosse might be coming your way soon, but this is still pro lacrosse. And we have our first game is today. It is a 7:30 game on the Fox Sports Go app. And let me get my cue cards ready here. We have the 4 wins and 4 losses. The Rochester Nighthawks. And they are traveling to the 6 wins and the 4 losses. The Buffalo Bandits. Bandits have the home field advantage. What are you thinking, Rose?
Got to go with Buffalo. A little bit better record and home field advantage.
I agree. I'm going Buffalo as well.
Friday night game on the Fox Sports Go at 8 p.m. We have the 3 wins, 7 loss Calgary Roughnecks. They're heading to the 2 wins, 6 loss the Toronto Rock. I'm going to go with Toronto just because they haven't won too many games this year, and I feel like this is one they have a potential of winning.
I couldn't agree with you more. I am going to go with the Toronto Rock as well.
Rock!
Oh my goodness, this is what I see. We have more than 2 lacrosse games this week, folks.
It is!
Not only are we giving you Friday night NLL lacrosse games, we are giving you Saturday night lacrosse games as well. Yes, that's right. This next game is on Saturday at 7:30. And wow, it's on the Fox Sports Go app as well.
It is!
We have the 5 wins, 3 losses, the New England Black Wolves. And they are traveling to the 4 wins and 4 losses, the Rochester Nighthawks. That's right. Wow, 2 nights in a row those guys are playing? Holy smokes. That's a lot of action for one team.
It is!
Man, lacrosse is brutal, too, and they're playing 2 nights in a row. Wow.
And just because of that, that's why I'm going to give it to the New England Black Wolves. I think also they'll be traveling to Buffalo and then back to Rochester, so they'll be on the road. So I'm going to give it to the Black Wolves. I think the Nighthawks, they're going to be kind of tired.
That's tough, man. I got to agree with you on that. I'm going to go with the Black Wolves as well because, man, that's a brutal schedule.
Their GM was not kind to them.
No, not at all.
And your last NLL lacrosse, also a Saturday game on, crazy enough, the Fox Sports Go app at 9:30 p.m. We have the 4 wins, 5 loss, the Georgia Swarm. They're traveling to Saskatchewan. 5 wins, 3 losses. They are the Saskatchewan. Oh, what a rush! I shouldn't have done that, though.
You still recovering from your little...
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry. No more of that tonight. Anyways, I'm going with the Rush.
I've got the Oh, what a rush as well.
It's starting to feel a little bit better, but I still have a little cough every once in a while. Oh, slam dunk! Ah!
Uh-oh. He broke the rim. You okay? Oops. You okay?
Oh, I'm good. By the way, this episode of Sports Frenzy is brought to you by Ricola.
The soothing of your throat. Ricola. At least he made it through 4 picks before he had to have one of those, so.
True. It's already better.
He trashed his voice on that. Oh, what a rush.
It did.
All right, next up we're jumping into some NCAA men's basketball action. This game is being played. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. This game is going on. Will be going on while you're watching, well, not while you're watching the show, but probably before most people are even home. This is a 2 p.m. game. Wow.
I figured the game wouldn't be done by the time school lets out, so that way nobody could cheat.
Right. So, I mean,
Mostly you two teachers.
Wow, that's crazy. We have the 21 wins and 10 losses UConn, Connecticut team. And they are traveling to this should be a good game, 22 wins and 9 losses, the Cincinnati Bearcats.
I have the Bearcats.
Now, these games are still being played in this isn't like a special game or anything, right? They're in their own areas. So it's actually in Cincinnati.
1 sec.
I put
I think that's what all these games are. I think it's kind of like games for their respective tournaments. And actually, the reason there's not too many NCAA games is because it was like every day games were trickling in. So by the time I created the sheets, I had very limited pickings from.
March Madness is just around the corner, so.
Yep.
We're that close.
Yeah, see, they just added Michigan versus Indiana on Friday at 12 p.m.
That's because Michigan just got a squeaker of a win Thursday night.
All right. This game is in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And this is the American Men's Championship quarterfinal.
So there is no real home court advantage right now.
Nope.
What are you thinking for this one, Rose?
I'm going with the Bearcats.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to go Bearcats as well on this one.
Next up in men's basketball, we have a Friday game at 9 p.m., and this is on the ESPNU app. or USPNU channel, right?
Yeah, that's the ESPN University channel, basically.
And
That's
this
it.
is
If you have Comcast, it's in your higher numbers. I don't know what it is for your satellite companies.
and this also is in Orlando, Florida, and it is the American Men's Championship quarterfinal game also. And it is the 17 wins, 14 loss Memphis. They are, or not traveling, but they are playing Tulsa. 20 wins, 10 losses.
Hold on. It's here. I got it, I promise. Here it is.
It is Tulsa. I'm going to go Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa's got the better record. I'm going to give it to Tulsa as well. Is this next game being played in the same area as well?
Is it what?
Oh, no. This is women's. Never mind.
Yep. Don't know about you, but I'm ready for some March Madness.
Ah, yes. March Madness special will be just around the corner. Which really comes down. I love when we do our March Madness special, especially that first one we did. We're just kind of like, okay, this is for everybody out there, and then we realize, oh, wait a minute, your picks aren't going to be the same as our picks. This is basically our special show for you guys.
Hey, letting them know who we went with.
But we will do a special for you guys again because you demand it. So, all right. Is this me or you? I forget lost place already.
I just did Memphis versus Tulsa.
All right. Well, this is a Friday game, and it will be at 9:30. Sorry, 4:30 on the ESPNU network. We have the 26 wins and 7 losses Maine, and they'll be playing. This was kind of a cool logo. The 26 wins and 4 losses Albany. Where's this game being played at, Rose?
It is actually in Albany, New York. And
Oh, yeah?
it's the American East Women's Championship, and it is the finals.
Oh, wow. Such a close record, too.
Mm-hmm. So they have a home field advantage. I'm going Albany.
I just like Albany's logo, so I'm going to go Albany.
Hey, we've done that before. Hey, I like their colors. Hey, I like their whatever.
Yes, definitely known to do that a few times.
Also, Friday game at 9:30 p.m. on ESPN 3. Find it here on my tablet. There it is. We have the 13 wins, 16 loss, Indiana State.
Indiana State is the home of the legendary Larry Bird. That's where he went to college at.
Ooh. Little fun trivia there for you. They're playing Missouri State. 21 wins, 9 loss. This game is being played in Illinois, and it is the MVC Women's Tournament quarterfinals. And I'm going Missouri State.
I find it hard to believe that a team that doesn't even have a winning record is in this. 13 wins and 16 losses.
Yep.
I mean, Indiana cranks out some great basketball teams. But man, you'd almost be crazy to go against Missouri State.
Hey,
I'm gonna have
we
to
are
go
talking
Missouri
about
State.
March Madness, though.
This is true. This is true. I would like to see Indiana State to win, but I'm not going to lose my titles over it.
So I take it you're going Missouri State.
Yes, I'm Missouri State. Sorry.
It's all good. I wanted the pyro.
Tone that pyro down. It's getting a little dangerous over here. That one almost hit me in the eye. Okay. This is me again.
That's okay.
This game is being played tonight at 7 p.m. We have the 18 wins. 18 wins, 33 losses, 4 overtime losses. The Manitoba Moose.
They're deadly, the Moose.
The Manitoba Moose. Well, they're traveling to the 37 wins, 15 losses, 2 overtime losses, the Red Hot Grand Rapid Griffins. Let's go Griffins. Let's go Griffins.
It is. Also, minor league hockey, we have the Friday night game at 7:35 p.m. We have the 29 wins, 23 loss, 2 overtime loss, the Wheeling Nailers.
Boo, boo.
They're heading to Toledo. 37 wins, 15 loss, 2 overtime loss. Your Toledo Walleye. Let's go Walleye.
Let's go Walleye. Let's go Walleye. Man, it's kind of crazy that both the Walleye and the Griffins are having a little bit better season than our Red Wings right now.
Hey, those young and up-and-comers, though. The Red Wings have had a lot of injuries, though, I will say that much, and they're still mixing, I feel like, and trying to get their act in gear.
It's a transition year. It's a little, I mean, we're still doing all right. We're just not doing as good as the Griffins and Walleye are doing.
Well, and also, I mean, in defense of the Red Wings, they're in a tough league.
That's true.
Their
true.
league is not an easy league. So I don't know if necessarily it's that the Red Wings aren't doing good. I think it's just that it's like if the Red Wings lose a couple games, they can go from second place to fourth place like that.
That is true. You're right about that. Very correct. All right, well, we're jumping into some baseball for you, and we are going to roll our baseball intro for the first time this year, so enjoy it! take me out to the ball game. Take me out for the fun and buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. Yeah, that's home run! Everybody, Miguel Cabrera.
Cabrera?
Yeah, I got a Cabrera right here. I gotta find a spot for him in here yet. I had this hanging up in my old room at Porter there before we remodeled. So now I got it. I'm gonna put it up in here somewhere. This is back when he won the Triple Crown. So yeah, gotta find a spot for that one yet. Why, it was right about the time he won the Triple Crown right there, folks.
It is!
So it is pre-season baseball for you. Bringing it to you live. Yeah, we're not bringing it to you live, but we're bringing the picks live.
Remember, this is preseason, spring training, so they don't play 9 innings of baseball.
I didn't even realize that. Really? What do they do?
I want to say it's 7 innings they play, but it might be 5.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to remember the exact number they play, and they don't play full 9 though. And the games can end in a tie.
Yes, and again, we were talking about this before we went on the. Oh no, maybe before we went on the air, or maybe we were talking about that already. How it's the rosters aren't set yet either, so it's just people. Everybody's down there playing, and they'll be deciding who's going where. And they're saying Tigers got a good shot this year, so I'm hopeful. I'm looking forward to some baseball, whether it be pro, college, whatever. I'm looking forward to some baseball.
I am too. Hopefully going to get to check out some, don't know if I get to a Tigers game, but there's the,
Yeah, who you got out your way?
I'm trying to remember who it is. There's the Mud Hens. You got the Mud Hens. I've got the Grand Rapid. I should know this. It's on. I've got a brain fart. I'll have to look it up here in a minute. But it's from minor league baseball, at least.
I did read in the AAA affiliate, I think it is, the smaller, the league that's pro. It's a pro league, but they're not they don't get pro wages or anything like that. I can't remember what the league's called. I think Frontier League. The Frontier League, I think it's called. Jackson's going to get a team this year, in a year or two, and they're going to be based at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. I just heard about that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's we actually have a team in Adrian, too, that formed a couple years ago, and they play at one of the parks or something. I don't even remember what their name is. I'm going to have to look that up because I'd like to promote them a little bit.
Yeah. It's the West Michigan Whitecaps, which is funny.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? We totally blew that one, didn't we?
Yeah, because we covered them.
Yeah, we cover them quite often, actually. I can't believe we forgot that. Sorry, Whitecaps.
The funny part is that what was running through my head was that I think it was last year their not their press box, but one of their office buildings caught on fire. So
that's right.
They had to tear it down and build it all up again.
That's right.
They had to do it quick because if I remember right, that happened last year in the off season, and last year they had the that league's All-Star game at the Whitecaps stadium.
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause I remember when those reports first started coming out from that, a lot of people thought that was in Toledo that happened.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway, on to some baseball. Now we know what team we're talking about. We also like the the ever popular beach bums. So we cover the beach bum games as well sometimes. All right, our first preseason baseball game comes to you. Let's see, this is a Saturday game at 1 o'clock. Again, a lot of these games, I don't know if these particular set of games will be, but a lot of the games are being covered, right? Spring games are being covered on the MLB network, I've noticed. So I haven't really caught a whole lot of them yet, but they are being covered on the MLB network. But I don't know if it's these particular games, so don't take my word for that on that one. We have the 4 wins and 4 losses, the Minnesota Twins. And they are traveling, nobody's traveling, but they're playing the Wow. And I think they're going to be making some roster changes or doing something here before long. 0 wins and 9 losses, the Baltimore Orioles.
I'm going the Twins.
Yeah. Kind of got to there.
Next up, this is a Saturday game at 1:05 p.m. 2 wins, 6 loss. The Army Métis Pittsburgh Pirates. They're playing the 6 wins and 4 loss. Your Detroit Tigers.
Isn't it funny how we get so used to saying traveling to or playing there, we just automatically want to say that.
Yeah.
Now, some of the Tiger games have been, the Tigers are starting to show their games on the Fox Sports Detroit. However, I don't know if that's on some of their games. I don't know if they're live. They might be time delayed. So I'm not 100% sure on that. I just saw there was a game on at 10:30 a couple nights ago. So I've got the Tigers. So you know what? The thing I was just thinking right now is that like, do they have all the minor league players and everything down there right now too? And they all try out for the main roster at one point, or how's that work?
I don't think that they're trying out. I think they kind of already know. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's some fluctuation. Yeah, maybe this guy can make it up there or whatever, but I do believe they train together. Because if I remember right, I think they usually they have a game down there where it's the Detroit Tigers versus like the Toledo Mud Hens.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I'm pretty sure they're like training together and practicing together. But like the Whitecaps, I don't think they're down there. I think they do their own thing because that's a couple leagues down.
Right.
And you usually don't see the Tigers calling up a player from the Whitecaps. So.
Right. I was just curious about that. All right, next up. It's the return of Jamie Rose's Spreaker Game of the Week.
It's a Saturday game at 1:05 p.m. We have the 7 wins, 1 loss. The Toronto Blue Jays. They are playing the 7 wins, 3 loss, the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, we haven't covered baseball. What do you think? 1 point for baseball?
Yeah, probably. I think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Baseball, I mean, games can be they're usually lower scoring games, so I think I'll go with 1 point for baseball. 1 point difference. And I'm going the Phillies for my dad.
If it's a game ender, we might we might be able to, because I mean, if you get a home run on an end, you're going to drive in whoever on base. So we might have a little more flexibility with that. We'll have to we'll have to look at the game real closely.
Yeah.
If it's a clear 1-point game win, then yeah. But if something comes up where it's like 7-5 and that was
like a walk-off home run to win.
Yeah, something like that. We'll play with that, a little more flexibility. But yeah, I like the Phillies as well.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, if it's like a walk-off home run to win the game, then we'll call it that. Then as the win.
Right.
And
we'll take that into consideration.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This next game is on Saturday as well. It is a 1:10 p.m. game. We have the 4 wins and 3 losses, the St. Louis Cardinals. And they are traveling to the 3 wins and 3 losses, the New York Mets.
I'm going with the Cardinals because I can't stand the Mets or any New York teams.
I'm going with the Cardinals as well.
Good water spitting there.
Not as good as the first one, but it worked. Little Triple H pyro there for you. I don't know. I think wrestling when I hear pyro, so.
This is me or you?
This is you.
Okay. This is a Saturday game at 2 p.m. on Fox Sports Net. The 39 wins, 22 loss, 6 overtime losses. The New York Rangers. They're heading to D-Town to face the Red Wings. 32 wins, 23 losses, 11 overtime loss. You know Tim and I have.
Let's go Red Wings. Let's go Red Wings. Excuse me. Wow. Try to take a drink of water here without choking. Oh, wow. It's our first a 3-point bonus game. It's our first a 3-point bonus game. Let me hear it. It's our first 3-point bonus game. It's our first 3-point bonus game. Yeah. It's a little more, I don't know, going a little more show tune-ish there this time, I guess.
I like the show tune-ish, kind of.
You never know until we start singing or attempt to sing what's going to come out.
True.
So we have the 37 wins, 20 losses, 8 overtime losses. The New York Islanders. And they are traveling to The 38 wins, 23 losses, 7 overtime losses. The Boston Bruins.
Ooh, the old school logo you went with.
Yeah, that's the one I had. So
I'm going with the Bruins.
I've got the Bruins as well.
And your last hockey game of the week is a Saturday game at 7 p.m. 31 wins, 23 loss, 11 overtime loss. The Philadelphia Flyers. They're heading to Florida to face the Panthers, the Red Hot Panthers. 36 wins, 21 loss, 9 overtime loss. I got to go with the Panthers.
Give me the Panthers as well.
You know, and as a kid, I always, for whatever reason, I always loved the look of that Panther. That Panther was mean looking.
Panther breaking the stick. He's got this one. He's breaking the stick.
Don't
And for the younger audience, they have one where it's like a gentler looking tiger, and he's like got the stick held up and doing something silly, or he's skating around is what it is.
Oh, yeah, no. That's the Panthers logo to me.
This one where he's breaking the stick.
Yeah.
Well, uh, yeah, this is me, and then okay, get it straight, Cole.
It's all good. Well, we kind of switched.
This game's on tonight at 7 p.m. on Fox Sports Detroit. We have your 33 wins, 31 losses, your Detroit Pistons. And they are traveling to the 35 wins, 28 losses, the Charlotte Hornets. I guess this is a new logo for them this year from what I was reading.
Well, there's been so many different Hornet teams.
Yeah.
Because it started out the Charlotte Hornets, and then didn't they move to... Were they the New Orleans Hornets?
Yeah, I think they were for a little while there.
And then they were somewhere else, I feel like, too. And now,
Right.
Because it was the Charlotte Bobcats. And the Bobcats...
So hard to keep track of it.
Yeah. Now it's the New Orleans Pelicans and the... What is it? Now we're back to
I still am having a hard time grasping the whole Pelican thing. I don't understand. I still have no idea where a Pelican comes into play anywhere in the...
The only thing I didn't think of is New Orleans is right down by the coast, and they must have pelicans down there. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. You got your Pistons, or you going the Hornets?
I'm going Pistons.
I am going to put the title on the line and go with the Hornets.
Oh, wow.
It seems lately like every time I see it, the Pistons lose, so... I don't know. They've been on a little bit of a struggling streak lately, so.
Well, they were just talking about how they finally got things fine-tuned, and they got like a fairly good roster set for themselves right now. So I'm hopeful.
Next up, Friday game at 7:30 p.m. The 32 wins, 32 losses, the Houston Rockets. They're heading to Boston to face the Celtics. 39 wins, 26 losses. I have the Celtics.
Celtics are looking good. I'm going with the Celtics. 3 points. 3 points. 3-point bonus game.
Yeah. It is.
This is a Friday game as well. It's 8 o'clock game, and it is on NBA TV. 37 wins, 27 losses. The Miami Heat. When the heck did they start turning things around?
D Wade.
They are traveling to the 32 wins and 30 losses. The Chicago Bulls.
I can't stand the Heat, so I'm going the Bulls.
Uh, 32 and 30, 37 and 27. I can't stand it. I was gonna go and make it interesting and give us at least 2. We'd be different. I can't stand the Heat. There's no way I can choose the Heat. I gotta go the Bulls. I thought about that for half a second. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines! Pit stop!
What's up?
Go, 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 go! Oh, wait a minute. No, they just jump out of the way.
Have you ever seen that footage of pit crew guys that get hit by cars? Those guys are crazy.
Some of those guys are getting better about super reflexes. I don't even know how they do it, but they manage to get out of the way. I didn't read the article yet, but I posted a thing tonight on how quickly they change just the oil. So anybody wants a quick NASCAR fact can go to the page and read that. Who are you going with this week, Rose?
Kyle Busch came in 4th for me last week, so this week I'm going Kyle Busch. I think he's got a win in him for me.
And we forgot to mention this is the Phoenix Speedway.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a Sunday race. Near as I can figure, qualifying goes on from Friday on. So you guys actually, a lot of times Fox carries a lot of the pregame stuff too, so pre-race qualifying stuff. So you can go over and that's not cheating. So if you guys want to go over there and see what your racer's up to for the weekend, that's a good way to kind of get an idea of who you might want to pick for your race, because it kind of shows how they qualify and stuff. Just gives you an idea about some of these guys if you're not familiar with them. So, but yeah, I'm going with Joey Logano again for my main racer there. 3:30 start time on Sunday, if anybody wants to see the race. That concludes those portions of the pick for us. Ro, give us 2 high school bonus games this week.
Putting me on the spot. 1 sec.
I told you we were going to do this. I thought you
I know. I closed the window by accident. Give me 1 sec here. I'm working. Clicking.
Is Hillsdale doing anything? Throw a Hillsdale game in there.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if they're playing.
All right.
I'm looking. I don't see Hillsdale. All right, we got Madison versus Sand Creek. Now, are these two just for you and I? Or is this for everybody?
Let's make it open to everybody. Why not?
Okay.
Madison at Sand Creek.
Sec, I'll get your records. Madison is 18-3.
18-3.
Yep. Sand Creek is 11-10.
11-10. Wow.
I'm going Madison.
This is a rivalry game, kind of.
I'm going Madison, obviously.
Sand Creek's got home court advantage. 18-3. Going Sand Creek. I'm sorry, going Madison.
And you went Madison. And your other bonus game.
One more bonus for you guys this week, just because we're feeling like having some fun here. I feel guilty for not getting us any high school in there.
Onstead versus Adrian. Onstead is home. 1 second, I'll get you the records. Whew. Wow. Adrian is 14-8. And Onstead is 21-0. I got Onstead.
I got Onstead. All right, cool. So there's your bonus games this week, folks, just so you can have some high school action there. And we should mention these are boys' high school games. All right.
Don't quote me, but I think Hillsdale was knocked out by Adrian. They placed the 9th, and they lost 42-39.
All right.
For rest news there, some of you guys may remember a guy from WWE named Mr. Kennedy. Or in TNA, he was known as Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson has decided to quit TNA, and apparently he has no love for TNA anymore. He apparently wrestled in an...
unkind words for TNA.
There you go. He wrestled at a house show and started a chant that we cannot say on the show of how much he dislikes TNA. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Possibility that we'll see Mr. Anderson turn back up in WWE?
It's possible. Money talks.
Before the pay-per-view, maybe?
I don't know. If TNA has the same kind of deal that WWE deal.
They don't.
They don't?
TNA doesn't have anything like that. TNA is a very flexible company. They'll let you do almost anything.
Oh. I don't know. Depends on how quick McMahon wants to bust out his checkbook.
True that.
On this date in 1995, Michael Jordan announced his retirement from baseball to return to the NBA. Funny part is I actually have Michael Jordan's baseball card.
Do you really?
Yep. Yeah, I have that one in a special case.
Might be worth something.
Yeah. I remember I had to specially send away just for that card.
Might be able to retire on that, Rose.
Hey, wouldn't hurt my feelings. The Vikings panic after finally noticing their fancy new stadium is on Chicago Avenue. They built a stadium on Chicago Avenue. That probably was smartest. I'm skipping over a lot of these. There's been a lot of NFL signings and trade talks and signings. There's been a lot of activity in the NFL.
Yeah, Lions are making some major moves right now. Speaking of which, did we mention on the recap show that Kelvin Johnson announced his retirement?
No, nope. We think we forgot to mention that. If you guys haven't heard, he's decided to officially hang it up. The Red Wings win tonight, 3-2 against the Jets.
Basically, they were pushing Kelvin for an answer too. They wanted to know within the next day or two. I think they wanted to know before the free agency market opened up, so he finally said, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah. Well, I think that's fair. I mean, the Lions need to know, okay, do we have money available to go out and try to find ourselves a new receiver, or are you coming back? So.
Right. Really, the biggest share of news going on right now is a lot of there are so many guys changing in the NFL. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it, even posting information on our page. So we're doing the best we can with that, but there is a lot of changes going on in the NFL and free agency right now.
Exciting news in wrestling. Bret the Hitman Hart is now prostate cancer free. He, I guess, was able to defeat it. Generally with prostate cancers, if you catch it early enough, they usually will remove your prostate. And if they catch it early enough, then you usually don't have to do any chemo or radiation or anything like that. So.
Right.
'49ers are set to trade price for Colin Kaepernick to Denver. This was an interesting article that you posted, Tim. The Red Wings' new arena to be named in 60 days. What do you think the name of the arena will be? Do you think they will name it after like some great athlete like Joe Louis Arena? Or do you think they will go with like Ford Field, for instance?
I have a feeling it's going to be money talks. Whoever decides to sponsor it would probably be nice. It was like a former Red Wing or something,
Yeah.
but I doubt they'll do that.
Yeah, like the Gordie Howe Arena or the Steve Eisenman Arena or something.
Yeah, something like that would be cool, but I doubt that's going to happen.
It always seems like it's a bank, like Fifth Third Bank or...
Yeah, I don't understand why we can't just call it what it is, a Red Wings arena. I don't understand why everything has to have a big fancy, name anymore. I think it's kind of dumb. That kind of bothers me a little bit.
Longtime NBA referee Joey Crawford is retiring immediately due to a knee injury. He worked a record 374 playoff games, including 50 NBA Finals games over his 39-season career.
He was a no-nonsense guy, too. He was kind of funny at times, and at other times, like, he put his foot down, and it's like, you don't screw with him.
Yep. With the Houston Rockets win over the LA Lakers, the Lakers are eliminated from the playoffs. It's the earliest they've been eliminated ever in an 82-game season. First day of practice for the Big Bass Bash in Paris, Tennessee for the Adrian College varsity bass team.
Yes. How many of you even remembered that we started a bass team? Probably not a lot of people remember that, but yeah, they're fairly new still. I think they've only been around for a couple years now, I believe.
Next year, it looks like the Red Wings will play the Maple Leafs outdoor at the Centennial Classic. It will be January 1st, 2017 at the BMO Field in Canada in first ever Centennial Classic. I love those outside games. I think that...
Oh, no. They got such an old school feel to them.
Yep. Quarterback Matt Hasselbeck announces his retirement after 18 years. One day after Kelvin Johnson's retirement, the Lions land the top wide receiver in free agency. They land Marvin Jones. The Kentucky Speedway is repaving project continuing to take shape. The NASCAR drivers will return to Kentucky Speedway in July. With Kelvin Johnson's retirement, there's also there's a list of great NFL players retiring. Charles Woodson, Kelvin Johnson, Beast Mode there, what's his name? Marshall Lynch, and of course Peyton Manning. Few of Kelvin Johnson's stats here. He has 731 receptions, 11,619 receiving yards, 83 receiving touchdowns, and 86.1 receiving yards per game. Tim and I were talking about this the other night. We're really hopeful this actually happens. WWE to build a physical Hall of Fame and restaurant before WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. This is from one of our wrestling sources. Haven't heard anything quite yet from WWE, so I'm not sure how accurate this is, but from what I was reading from this article, it sounds like they would have a restaurant. They would have obviously like a Hall of Fame hall that you'd walk down, and whether it be statues or pictures or whatever hanging up of all the Hall of Famers. But then we're going to thinking about having like memorabilia all over the place. So maybe like you go down one wing and you'll see like the evolution of like the WWE World Heavyweight title. And I think they also said interactive stuff. So that might be, you get to, try coming in to, create your own WWE entrance, and you get to come in and experience what that feels like. So, well, stay tuned.
See if it happens.
Yeah. And speaking of WrestleMania 33, WrestleMania 33 is coming back to Orlando. The Citrus Bowl on April 2nd, 2017. The last one they had, I believe, was 2008, if I remember correctly. And some of the highlighted matches were Big Show versus Floyd Mayweather. You had HBK retiring Ric Flair. You had Undertaker versus Edge. Those were a few of the highlighted matches that night.
Right. Ah, the good old days.
Yes. And I think that's it.
It's pretty good amount of stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on with free agency right now, and so that's dominating the news right now. But we're posting as much as we can for you, so we'll keep you posted on that as best as we can. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you again real soon. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone.
And I'm Jamie.
That's right, he is.
And go
We'll
Blue.
see you again real soon. Go Blue!
Go Blue.